Good evening again. Hello, people. It's me. I'm back. It's me, Courtney. Back again with another chapter of my book. This is chapter 6. And here I'm going to be talking about healing. Chapter 6. This is going to be about healing. Now, today, there's a lot of us out here that are damaged, highly damaged. We live in a society with damaged people. Now, you as an individual may think, well, I'm okay, there's nothing wrong with me. But you see, when we peel the layers from you, layer by layer, you're going to realize how damaged you are. You understand? And it's time that we as a nation start to heal, because we're walking around with a lot of damage inside of ourselves, our minds, our bodies, and we're going around hurting other people. Not because we're evil, just because that we're damaged and we need to be repaired. And society is damaged all round, from the man, the woman, to the children. You see, and sometimes even the fact is we're having children in these, this damaged human state. So it is time to call upon our people to heal. Now, when we talk about healing, we talk about, like, for example, if you're somebody that has, let me see, if you're bitter, right, and you're holding on to bitterness, we have to look into that bitterness and figure out, why are you holding on to this bitterness for so long? Because this bitterness it's destroying you from deep within. You see, and just, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest here. How many of you have a bitter heart right now because somebody has done you wrong, somebody's hurt you, and you haven't gone through the healing channels? You've just gone through it, and you've just sort of tried to, brush it under the rug. You haven't really dealt with the pain that you've got inside of you. You see, you've just sort of left it, and then what's happened is that over the years you've gone through more experiences, and now you've got pain on top of pain on top of pain. Now, when it comes to the root of your problem, you now have to dig deep down into the archives of where the root of your pain started from. You understand? And this is where it becomes very uncomfortable when you're going through the healing process. You see, because in order to, to survive and thrive in society these days, you have to go through the healing process. You have to be willing to let go of what hurt you have inside of you right now, whether it's recently or whether it came from the past. You have to, at some point, let go of that. And the only way to do that is to address your pain or or whatever grudges you have towards somebody. You have to address it. You have to talk about it. You have to acknowledge that you have a problem. You see, because if you don't acknowledge that you're damaged or that you have a problem, this is going to be an ongoing fight inside yourself for many years to come, because you're not being honest with yourself. You're not really dealing with the hurt, and you keep saying that you're okay. You may even resort to, drinking, smoking, sometimes even taking drugs. This is what people do to numb the pain that they're going through, and that's just not going to solve your problem. It's not the healing process. It's damaging. So what I'm saying is that I urge people to start healing. Just admit that, first of all, that you're a damaged individual. Just admit it. I know you don't want to admit it because it's uncomfortable for you. It's uncomfortable, and it's going to have to make you look at yourself and critically analyze yourself. And that's something that you're probably not ready to do right now. But if you start there, it will take a heavy burden off your shoulder, because you're carrying this burden for years. And let's say you're having a grudge towards somebody, right, because of the pain they caused you. Sometimes they've already moved on, and sometimes they're sometimes living their best life and you're still holding that grudge because you're not healed. You see, I'm not talking about just, for example, going to church and, praying, that. No, we need to go through some serious cleansing right now. And the healing process is not an overnight process. It takes time. You have to admit that you have a problem. You have to talk about the issue. You have to talk about the impact it's had on you, right? And you have to talk about how it's affected your overall life. You see? So the whole point of healing is to help you better survive and thrive in today's society. You cannot thrive if you're carrying a burden of pain on your shoulders. So, to end this chapter right now, again, I'm going to give you a task, just a simple task. And the task is, I challenge you to start dealing with some of your deep-rooted problems, right? And it's not a case of, oh, well, you have to go counselling. I mean, counselling is out there. But just start with acknowledging that you have a problem, right? And, just talk about it. Just start by addressing it, addressing this issue that you have very much buried in you for many, many years that you haven't dealt with. Just start talking about it. And I know it's going to be uncomfortable for you to start talking about this problem because it hurts. When you first went through it, you were probably traumatized, and this is part of the healing journey, to overcome your trauma. And it's something that you don't want to talk about, but you should talk about it. So I encourage those to just, take on the task I've given you. Start by admitting that you're a damaged individual. Actually, that's the task I'm going to give you. Just look at yourself in the mirror and just analyze yourself and just be honest and just say to yourself, I am damaged and I need healing. Start by saying that. Repeat after me. I am damaged and I need healing. Just start by saying that. Yeah? And if you can start by saying that and admit to it, you're very much off to a good start. That's very much just half your battle, just admitting that you're damaged. Right? So I'm going to end the chapter on that note and let me know how you get on with that task. Take care. Speak to you again soon. See you later.